Well, what's going on, everyone? I hope that you're doing well. And I want to welcome you to Southern Soul Tarot if you've never been here before. And if you have, then welcome back. So it's been a while since I've been doing any readings, but I got up this morning and I saw where Hayden Panettiere, I believe is how you pronounce it, passed away. So she was born on August 21st of 1989 and she passed away yesterday. So she was 36 years old and she was a child actress. So she was a child actress first and then she kind of transitioned, I believe, into in her young adulthood into different films, but I don't think that she did it very long. I know she ended up having a baby. I don't know if she had more than one, but I do remember hearing too that she was struggling with addiction. Um, so I saw where she passed away yesterday. So I kind of just really wanted to see, the circumstances kind of surrounding, how she passed, like what led up to it, because it does seem like it's very unexpected. Um, just because again, she's young. So, and I know that she hadn't really been like in the light as far as I haven't heard anything about her, but I also don't follow things either that much. But again, I just kind of wanted to look into it. And when I get ready to tap into cases like this, I kind of just try to like pay attention to like what imagery and like what wording or um, anything that I get while I'm trying to tap into it leading up to me doing the reading for them. And so while I did that, I kind of got the imagery of being in a bathroom, like kind of sitting on the floor of a bathroom, and you can kind of see also like a bathtub. And that's how I know I'm on the floor because I can see the bathtub. And so I just feel like I'm sad and I'm crying. And so I kind of felt like that's a part of the reason that I also wanted to look into her case right now. And I say her case, but her passing, I guess, is a better way to say it. We don't really know. I don't feel like there's going to be any kind of case opened, but we'll see as we kind of get into the reading. So, I kind of want to thank you again for clicking on this video. Hopefully you enjoy it. If you do, please, share it with someone else who you think might enjoy it also. So we're going to be using the Good Tarot today do her reading. I thought about using Edgar Allan Poe, but it didn't feel like it was very fitting for her. So I didn't think that it was a good one. And then I also have the Osho's Zen Tarot to the side to get anything else from that as well, as far as oracle cards. So I'm gonna try to do my best to lean forward so you can see all the shuffling, but I am sitting off to the side. So I'm gonna start shuffling, cutting the cards, and then we'll get into the reading. But I'm basically just gonna pull a spread though that asks like what happened the days and weeks leading up to her passing, um, what happened the moments before her passing, like the day of, and then also kind of like what is her energy feeling now. So that's kind of going to be the three main questions that I want to look at. So kind of like doing 3 rows for all my readings. All right, so I go ahead and start shuffling the cards to get the first card in the first row. So we're going to ask what happened the days and weeks leading up to Hayden's passing. Is there anything significant that stands out that she would like us to know? So, okay, so you have the Three of Pentacles in reverse. So that's going to be Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn energy, but with the Three of Pentacles in reverse, it's like trying to work together with one or two other individuals to try to get something going, trying to rebuild a solid foundation in your life, but like not really maybe trusting the individuals around you or maybe not working well with those individuals. So I know that she had struggled with addiction at some point. I did see where, I don't know if she wrote a book or she talked about it in an interview, but she did say that at some point she had kind of signed over the rights to her child. So, and it was due to kind of struggling with addiction and how hard it was for her to do that. So it does show like, this could be probably 3 years or 3 months leading up. I couldn't see it being any quicker because um, it's earth energy. So earth energy moves slow. So I do think that she was probably struggling, trying to work with other people, trying to get some kind of balance back in her life, trying to get some kind of solid stability back in her life to try to get her child back, or maybe just engage with them more, and just feel like she was had more to offer them than what she did in the past. So her finances might have even been kind of having issues with that as well, because your pentacles are going to connect to your money. So, and just kind of the longevity of your finances and your health for your family and yourself. So her health obviously wasn't great either. So why is the Three of Pentacles here in reverse? We need to know about that for days and weeks leading up to your passing. All right, so you have Hermit. So you have a lot of Earth energy coming out. So it's a lot of Virgo energy showing up so far. And we are going into Virgo season actually pretty soon. It's actually my birthday will be on Monday. So that is going into Virgo season, but it starts the switch on 23rd. So with that being said, though, this is a hermit mode. So this is basically being to yourself. But it's with hers, I get more of the energy. She withdrew to the point where it was almost making her sick. Like the isolation was causing her probably some mental instability, probably starting to wear on her health physically, because once you get kind of, once your mental faculties start kind of going in and out, your physical body starts kind of reacting to that. So I feel like she was spending a lot of time to herself, probably not engaging with other individuals. I feel like she was drinking. I don't know though. Obviously, this is just energetically. This is all, in my opinion, allegedly. I'm just saying I get the energy of just kind of staying to myself, withdrawing, not really engaging with other individuals, and just being very sad, crying a lot is what it feels like. So this would be to the point where it's starting to be unhealthy hermit mode, because there's a certain point where it's healthy to kind of retreat and think about things and kind of reflect on them and then come out and learn from them. But this was a different way. It was kind of running away from everything and hiding so you don't have to deal with it, and to the point where it starts to work against you. So with the Hermit here, what else do we need to know for how she was feeling days and weeks leading up to her passing? What else do we need to know? So you have the Chariot in reverse. So again, it's like no matter how much I feel like I as hard as I worked to try to get out of something, and I couldn't get away from it. So this does feel like my addiction is really ruling a lot of it, but it also feels like too, like I just kind of have um checked out, and it could be because of the addiction, but um yeah, that's just the main energy I'm getting with that so far. So yeah, I feel like no matter how much I try to move forward, with the Chariot upright, it's like a car. You move forward, you can get past the bumps in the road, and you can do what you need to do, and move on to the next stage in your life. But she's in reverse, so this is water energy in reverse, Cancer in reverse, um, mother energy. But it's just basically, again, trying to nurture, trying to get better, trying to retreat, kind of rejuvenate, come out wiser, come out better. But she just couldn't do that for some reason. It was very hard for her to do that. So maybe she felt like she didn't have the support she needed sometimes, or she just felt like she had a hard time just going with the flow whenever she would try to get back on her feet. So sometimes I feel like she would get very overwhelmed with things. So like say she was doing better, something would happen and it would completely throw her off course and send her back to like square one. So what happened like the day of and moments leading up to your passing? What energy was surrounding that? So you have a lot of earth energy and some water for the days and weeks leading up to it. So I do feel like this was a slow building thing that kind of happened. Okay, so hold on, one fell on the floor. Okay, so these are the three that came out for what happened to the days or the day of and like the moments leading up to it. So you have death come out. So we do know that she, passed on this day. And then you also have the Seven of Cups. So I feel like she was looking at all these things and realizing that she's had all these great things and she has all these horrible things. So I think she was finally like, most of the time when you're looking at the Seven of Cups, like you're trying to decide, you know, which option to pick, and you have a lot of good options and you have a lot of bad options. And so I think she was kind of reflecting on that over and over again. I feel like she was stuck in a cycle of like darkness where she would only like kind of peek out of the light every now and then. And that's why the Star card is also here too. I feel like she always had hope that something would get better, but then she would kind of get weighed down by all these negative things that would also be surrounding those positive things. So I kind of feel like, in my opinion, from what I'm getting, I kind of just feel like she possibly made this choice, but I don't know yet. So let's go a little bit further into it. And the only reason I say that is because I feel very depressed. I feel very sad. I feel like I'm almost on the floor just crying in the bathroom. But I also feel like I'm hoping, like I'm wishing upon a star for something better to come out of what's about to happen or this situation. So that's why I kind of get that feeling, but I still want to go further into it. Again, we won't know more until, you know, they release that, really. So really, I'm just trying to pick up the energy surrounding it. So this is a lot of water energy now. So this is being drowned in emotions. And that's why I said I feel like she was possibly under the influence of maybe alcohol or something when this happened, because it's what it goes from like being heavy, heavy earth energy weighing me down till I'm almost like floating in water. And it's interesting that I was like on a bathroom floor looking at a bathtub. So I don't know. Let's see. At least that's what it feels like. It feels like I'm crying on the bathroom floor. So why is the star the death card? Yeah, so it's like the Knight of Wands in reverse makes a decision, but it's really reckless. It's very quick. It's fire energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, and she is a Leo. So if she was born on August 21st. So I just think, you know, that's significant. It is making a movement. It's doing it quickly, but it's doing it recklessly. So why is the Knight of Wands here in reverse? What do we need to know about that? Can you please show me why the Knight of Wands is here? Yeah, the Knight of Pentacles. So the Knight of Wands made like this reckless choice and decision. So these are two knights now. So there is two knight energies on the board. So the Knight of Wands makes a reckless decision, moves forward, and does it quickly. So the Knight of Pentacles is a little bit slower about their movements, but like it's not a successful movement. So it's like I did this thing and I did it quickly, but it wasn't what I thought it was going to be, and it knocked me out of the earthly realm. So that's how I feel. Yeah, I feel like I knocked myself out of the earthly realm. That's the best way I'm going to put it and say it. So, but again, this is just energetically what I feel I'm getting from what I see in the cards and what I see imagery wise in my head. So as I'm going through the cards. So what do we need to know about the present energy now that it's kind of been released, that you have passed and stuff like that? What do you want people to know about that energy? Please tell me what you want people to know about that energy now that we know you've passed. This is too many. It's 3, and I just want to do one right now. So let me see. Can we please do one card for how your can you please tell me how your energy passed, or how you feel now that your energy is passed and it's been released? Just one card. No, you wanted 3. Okay. Sorry. Yeah, it's literally coming out as strength, Leo. So that is her sign. So now that her energy is kind of passed, I think she wants people to know she's still strong. Like her energy is still strong. So I don't know if it's like, even no matter how it comes out, how I passed, I'm still strong. My energy is, I feel like, more stable than it's been in a while, which is interesting. So yeah, that's going to be your Leo, your air, your fire card energy, but it's Leo's. So I feel like she has some kind of strength that she feels she's gained from this situation, which would be obviously spiritually. So let's see what that is. Why is the strength card here? Can you please show us why it's here for how you feel now? The 4 of Cups. So I feel like when she was here, this is how she spent most of her time. Again, drowning in sorrows, kind of envious of what she didn't have when she had all, like, her cup was was overfilling and over, like, flowing all the time. So but she always felt like this. And so I think she feels like she's in a stronger energy because she can think and feel clearly for once, it feels like. So something here, I would be interested to see if they come out and say that maybe she was diagnosed with some kind of mental illness diagnosis or something, in the sense of just some like heavy depression, or maybe like I don't know what it would be, where you kind of like check in and out, like you kind of go in and out of like a reality kind of state. But I feel like that happened with her sometimes. So what else do you want people to know about how you feel now? This card just, okay, it got mixed in, so let's just keep going. Sorry, I feel like I got a splinter or something. So what else do you want people to know about what happened leading up to your passing? And like, or what you want people to know about the passing now it's been released. I'm not sure on the other side. So I feel like there's a male energy that kind of intercepted her. So this male energy has kind of taken her in as she has passed, and I feel like they're kind of trying to help balance her out. She is that fire energy, and this is an emperor energy. So your emperors are going to be your Aries energy. So I feel like this person is trying to help stabilize her on the other side, which she seems to be showing that already with the strength card upright. She also has the Page of Swords in reverse. So I feel like I don't love the way the message was sent, or the way that as far as like maybe how it was released that I passed. I don't feel like I love it, but I feel like there's a devil energy attached to it. So I'm interested to see what that might be, if there's something else that comes out, whether it be the autopsy report and how that's released, but there's devil energy attached to it. So it'll be interesting to see, maybe in a follow-up reading once her autopsy gets released or things like that, and they let us know a little bit more what's in it. Yeah, and the High Priestess is underneath it. So that's secrets, the pillars, dark and light, all that stuff. So yeah, that's going to be the reading for Hayden. So I don't feel like I need to pull any Osho Zen cards for that. I feel like it came out pretty well. I'm happy with that. So if you enjoyed that reading, please let me, please give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe if you'd like to see more in the future. Please don't forget to hype it also, and share it with someone who you think might like it as well. So y'all have a good one, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.